Right. Shalom, shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shalom, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Hallelujah. This is the Most High's high holy day, the Shabbat, and as always we honor and praise the Most High on his high holy day, the Shabbat. Okay, so let's see, get Isaiah 66:15. So we're seeing that, everybody's thinking that it's going to, the World War III is at hand. We can concur that there is going to be a war. There's wars and rumors of wars. We can concur with what the scriptures say. Okay. But saying World War III is at hand, well, what does the Most High say about that? Okay, so World War III versus what the Most High is teaching us. Because you got to remember, in prophecy, there are different things that have to happen before the end time, what we know as the end of this current society. You got, when you read the book of Revelations, it teaches you. You got the seals have to be broken. See, that has not even broken yet. The seals, you got the tribulation period that is coming, right? You got Jacob's trouble that is coming. These things didn't even happen yet. And everybody's talking about it's the end of the world, but you got to remember, again, you got the 3 world wars were planned, okay, through the Masonic world and through the Luciferian satanic world. 3 world wars were planned. But when you read the scriptures now, that wasn't necessarily what the Most High's plans are. So we got to understand that. So now, what I want first, I'll get Revelation 5. Get Revelation 5. Because even the seals aren't even broken yet. And so how all these churches and everybody with their opinion on is World War III. Well, if you want to say it's the Albert Pike plan that he fomented 3 world wars in his letter, then you can say that. But with the Most High, okay, it's the scriptures say wars and rumors of wars. So because when you read the scriptures, Yahushua teaches us, he said, there's going to be wars and rumors of wars, and nations shall lift up and come against other nations. But he said what? The end is not yet. Right? Didn't he say that? So you got to understand that too. All right? The end is not yet. So that's to show you that Yahushua is in control of this. Revelation 5, what is it, 3? Where it says, and Revelation 5 and 5.
Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Right. So he's going to loose the 7 seals thereof. And when you read it in Revelation, the 6th chapter, that next chapter that's over begins and teaches you about the 7 seals. And that even the first seal hasn't even happened yet. And that first seal is the introduction of the Antichrist. Well, that didn't happen yet, right? And believe me, when the Antichrist comes on the scene, you're going to know it. We're all going to know it, especially the brothers who are in the spirit of Yahushua. Yahushua is going to reveal it to us. We're going to know it. The world may not know it. They may be deceived, but we're going to know it. So Yahushua is the only one that was given the ability to open up the 7 seals. Only one. No one else in heaven, no one else on earth, no one under the earth is given that ability. Understand? So all these people are talking about is World War III and the end of the world and all that. They don't know what the end of the world is going to be. Okay, and if anything, when you say the end of the world, end of whose world? Their world. Not the end of the earth. But they're talking about it's going to be the end of the earth and everything's going to be, everything is destroyed. No, it's not going to be that way. Okay, go up 2 verses above that. 3 verse, yeah.
Revelation chapter 5, verse 3. And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
See? No one is able to open the book. So each seal is like a sealed book. Seal number 1, seal number 2, seal number 3, and all the way on down to the 7 seals. Come? And when you check out the 7 seals, in the book that I most likely in the spirit to write, it's called Revelations Revealed. Okay, and I gave a little, show a little description on what the 7 seals is like. Let me find it first. Grab it here somewhere. Well, I tell you what, read that one more time. Let me look for
The
it.
book of Revelation chapter 5, verse 3. And no man in heaven, nor in earth, neither under the earth, was able to open the book, neither to look thereon.
Right. So no one is able to open the book. Now get Revelation, go across the page, Revelation 6 and 1.
The book of Revelation chapter 6, verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder.
See? So Yahushua is commanding the angels to look at, open one of the seals. Okay? And so each seal is like a sealed book. And in the seal, within that book that is sealed, there's what in it? There's a content, correct? Just like a regular book has content, right? It has content. And when Yahushua opens the seal, something's going to happen. Things are going to happen once he opens each seal. Each seal is going to be opened consecutively. Okay? But something is going to happen. So in this diagram here, that you would find in a book that I wrote, Revelations Revealed, okay, it says sealed book. And then it gives you the white horse, right? Because he reads on down, the first seal is the coming of the white horse. Read on down. Go ahead.
One of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse.
See, a white horse. Okay, now this is the first seal. Did that happen yet? Okay, that hasn't happened yet. Okay, the revelation, because you got to remember, in the book of Revelation, you got to understand, you have certain things that have to happen. The revelation of Hamashiach Yahushai, okay, that's going to happen in prophecy. Yahushai has to be revealed. He has to be revealed. Also, again, in the book of Revelation, what else has to happen? The revelation of the beast has to happen. That has to happen. Because it's written in the scriptures, written in the book of Revelation. It has to happen. Who the beast is, who the Antichrist. That has to happen. And also another revelation has to happen. Who the real Jews are. Who the 12 tribes of Israel are. We're talking about on a worldwide scale now. Everybody's going to understand who the 12 tribes are. Yeah, we go out there and teach that Israel is the real, but people don't believe it. A lot of people don't believe it, right, But when it gets on the massive scale, like Yahushua is teaching us in the scriptures, yeah, they're gonna know that the black man, Western Haitian, Puerto Rican, all people are the real 12 tribes, the Israelites, not these old fake Israelis over there. So that has to be revealed too. So the revelation of Hamashiach Yahushua, the revelation of the beast, the Antichrist, and the revelation of who the real Jews are. All that has to take place and when the book of Revelation begins to be revealed and come to pass. Come? And all that's going to happen during the tribulation period. Come? So, are we at that time now? No, so it's not the end of the world, brother. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of Esau's current society. Put it like that. Come? Because the only world that's going to be destroyed is Esau's rulership. His world. Come? The earth is not going to be destroyed. Come? Okay? The Most High made the earth forever, according to the scriptures. Come? So it's Esau's world. Esau is what? The end of the world. And Jacob is what? The beginning of it. That followeth. So the earth is not going to be destroyed. Come? So that's what these seals represent. Now continue to read on that first seal a little bit.
And he that sat on him had a bow, and the crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering, and to conquer.
Right. So this is the Antichrist. Come? He represents the opening of the first seal. Come? That's not Yahushua. That's talking about the Antichrist. Come? But the fact that Satan, the beast, the Antichrist, the false prophet, they all do what? Imitate the Most High, Yahushua, and the Holy Spirit. They're imitators. Come? So, just like Esau, the so-called Israelis today are imitating your nationality, they're nothing but a bunch of great imitators. What Hollywood is all about. Hollywood is about devil worship. Come? Okay, they call it Holly something. But it's witchcraft. Look up the word Hollywood. The root word comes from a witchcraft word, Holly something. Come? So it's all witchcraft. They're all imitators. Come? That's all Esau is. So that's why that seal, and you don't see that seal broken yet. So we're not at that time yet. Come? We're not at that time. And then it'll go on and tell you about the red horse, the black horse, the pale horse. And then you got 7 sealed books. And they all have to be opened up. And they can only be opened up by Yahushua. Come? So it says this. The seals can only be opened up by the Mashiach Yahushua. For he is the one who has prevailed to loose the 7 seals. This is what you read about in Revelation 5. Revelation 5, 3, 4, and he read 5, right? The book contains the contents of that which is sealed. So you got a book. Okay, take any book and what's in there, the content that makes up the book. And so only Yahushua can open it up and release what? The contents that's of it. Come? Only he has the keys to open it up. Okay. Not Esau. Esau don't have the keys to open up nothing. Right? But Esau wants to imitate like he does. He wants everybody to believe like he does. Come? Just like he imitated and made everybody think that he was the Jews when he's not. Okay? So it says the book contains the contents of that which is sealed. The seals will run concurrently. Concurrently. So you got seal number 1. Now when he goes to seal number 2, just read the beginning of seal number 2.
Verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see.
So now when he had opened the second seal, concurrently means what?
Right after.
Yeah. Or in the midst of the first one being open, the second one is going to be open.
Before it's finished. Yeah.
Before it's finished. It's going to be hell, brothers. It's going to be hell. You're not going to finish one seal, and then the next one's going to come. Then the next one's going to, you ever see a ripple effect? Like you throw a stone in the water, and it's a ripple effect. So when you see the ripple, and then the next ripple is on top of that one, the next ripple is on top of that one, the next ripple is on top of that. It's going to be hell in this earth, huh? Billions of people the Most High are going to destroy. And if not, he didn't already started. But we're talking about this is a tribulation period. That hasn't even started, and you got millions of people being put to death. Come? So imagine what's going to happen. So they show you 8 billion people on the earth. Does the Most High really need that many people on the earth? No. He really need that many people. It's all the Most High set it all up. And he told Ezra, the people that are born in vain, you know what that's at? Ezra, 2nd Ezra, I think it's 5.
People born in vain.
Yeah, that are born in vain. I think it's 5, right?
No, 2nd Ezra 6 is judgment.
Yeah.
6:20.
No, it's not. I don't think it's that. The ones that are born in vain, look it up. But it's inside. I think it's 2nd Ezra. So wait a minute. The Most High got people that are just born in vain? Most High got people that are born just so he can set up to destroy it? Here you come. You understand?
2nd Ezra 9 and 20.
You got, 9. It's 9th chapter, right? I thought it was 5. Okay, you want to read that for me right quick?
Sure. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain.
Well, wait a minute. Do the Most High really care about the Palestinians? The Most High could have Esau take out 2 million Palestinians if he wants. They're the heathen, right? And what did the Most High say about the heathen? Isaiah 40:17. They're nothing to him. That's heavy, ain't it? That's heavy, man. And they praising, oh Lord, Akbar, help me. I said, what? Who are you talking to? Here, take this. Next thing you know, they sent a ICBM right on one of their churches or one of their hospitals. Allah walked by that, the Most High said, right? Born in vain. Most High said, okay, I'm gonna bring you in the earth just so I can take you out. That's heavy, ain't it? Who got Isaiah 40:17 if anybody has it? But yeah. I'm gonna take you out, the Most High says. So and Esau got such sophisticated bombs now, the technology, what they call smart bombs, right? They can have a smart bomb with your name on it. And wherever you go, that bomb's coming right after you, right? Pretty much, literally, he can if he want to, right? Because the bombs now have what? Heat-seeking signature, where they follow your heat pattern. Next thing you know, they won't even touch the building. They come straight through the window here, right? Straight through the window and get you. Won't even touch none of the building. So that's how it is now, and how the Most High is going to take them out. Go ahead, read that out.
The book of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing.
What are the Palestinians?
As nothing.
What are the Israelis?
As nothing.
As nothing. Where's Esau?
As nothing.
Nothing. And you can go on down the line to all nations, right?
Come.
Read that part again, the first part.
All
How
nations.
many?
All
A
nations.
couple of them?
All nations.
All of them. Go ahead.
Before him are as nothing.
They're nothing to the Most High. Nothing. And what is nothing? Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. They're not even significant to the Most High. He only put them up over us because we sinned. And another part of Scripture tell you the Most High said, I'm going to have a no people over you. Who I consider nothing, I'm going to put them over you. See how you like that. And do we like it? Hell no, we don't like this, man. This is the worst captivity we ever been in. We don't like this. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to deal with this, man. He's the devil. Going up.
Are as nothing. And they are counted to him less than nothing.
So now, you have nothing. Here you have nothing, right? And so what are the nations? They're below that. Right? You have nothing, right? Even nothing is something, right? But Esau is below the nothing. The nations are below the nothing. Ain't that something? Think that's on a sort of level that you don't know the Most High. People don't know the Most High, huh? So the Most High can take out a hospital with babies in it, with older folk in it, and women and children. He can do that if he want to, because he count them less than nothing. Widow ones that want to have pity and care about the baby, the Most High, I don't care about that. Because all the nations, all they do is worship their idol gods, which is all against the Most High, right? So I don't care about them. That's why we always say our people are so busy into their folly, into the world. You better be careful, because the Most High hates idol worship. That's the worst thing ever. That's the first commandment the Most High said don't go into. The brother read the 10 Commandments. Have no other gods before me. The first one. And what do? That's exactly what we did. Yeah, we went against the first commandment. Heavy! So the Most High did bring us down to the lowest of the lows. And now look, as we're an embarrassment to the world, huh? We're a shame to the world. Okay? It's like the Most High said, I'm going to discover your shame to the whole world. You're going to become naked to the whole world. That's what, remember Adam. Remember Adam became naked and his sins were discovered throughout the whole world. The Most High discovered our sins throughout the whole. Now, you go on TikTok and look at our people, man. They're just evil, wicked. Right? The former basketball player Joe Smith said, look, woman, I don't want you going online showing your body, right? He said that, right? I don't want you going online doing that. Because you didn't consult me first. She said, I don't care. You knew I was a porn star before you even met me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And he was upset, uptight at that. He couldn't deal with it. The debauchery is on a high level. Huh? They don't care. But this is what the Most High said was going to happen to us. Okay, so they less than nothing. Was there any more to that?
And vanity.
And vanity, see? Vain. For all is vanity. That's what Solomon said, right? All is vanity and vexation of spirit. Hey, what he said? All is vanity and vexation of spirit. So everything in this society is that way, huh? Okay? Was that it on that?
Come.
Okay, now go back to the one in the Apocrypha.
2nd Ezra 9.
Yeah.
2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be cut, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect.
Who's the grape and the plant of the Most High?
Israel.
Yeah. Only Israel.
Okay.
Okay, you want to get that? Yeah. Only Israel is the grape and the plant of the Most High. Okay? Only Israel. The other nations, they're less than nothing. Go ahead, tell me where you're at.
The book of Isaiah chapter 5, verse 7. For the vineyard of Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant place.
See? So you put those two scriptures together. House of Judah is his pleasant plant. Come? That's it. So how come the churches don't read that scripture up in the churches? Because then you got to explain that the Most High is only dealing with one nation, he's not dealing with many nations. Come? And yes, you can read that in the New Testament too, in case the churches want to say, well, that's the Old Testament. You read that in the New Testament too, right? But the Most High is only dealing. So when you see the death and destruction and bloodshed that's happening, that's the Most High. But the Most High tied his plans, his prophecies into what? Their plans. So Ira Pike might have had, in 1871, when we wrote that letter to Giuseppe Mazzini, the Italian leader, to forge 3 world wars. But the Most High said, okay, you can do that. But while you're doing that, I'm going to have my plans. And my prophecies come to pass, right? Chess. Most High got him. Checkmate. They didn't realize, in their mind, they think, okay, this is what we're going to do. We ain't going to We read the Bible. We know what the Most High's plans are. And we got the real Jews. They in captivity. They in the ghettos and slums. They don't even know who they are. We're going to take their nationality. And we're going to make everybody think we the Jews. See? But the Most High had it where the other nations said, wait a minute now. You so-called Edomite that call yourself Jews, you took over the whole earth. You wicked as hell. You're not giving nothing else to nobody. See, the other nations don't like that. The other nations don't like Amalek. They don't like these so-called Jews taking over all the governments. Even the KKK say that, right? All the resources, all the governments. They run all the church system. They run everything. Huh? And they're getting tired of it. So the Most High has it where now the nations are against the so-called Jews. And these nations are saying, you're not the real Jew. Then the Most High got them saying, you're not the real Jew anyway. Didn't Ahmadinejad say that in Iran when he was president? He said it.
Yep.
Didn't, what's the one, the Egyptian leader back in the 60s? Yeah, the Egyptian leader.
Jews came when our black came back white.
Yeah. What was the name?
I think that's it.
Yeah, the Egyptian leader. It's on the tip of my tongue. But he said, how could it was the one before Sadat, I believe. And he said, how could the Jews leave Israel black and come back white? Gamal Nasser. That's his name. Gamal Nasser. He said that, huh? So we didn't have to say anything, did we? I mean, of course, the Most High had it where he going to bring his prophets and then we going to begin to teach that we the real Jews, which the Most High did have his prophets, right?
Yeah, that was put on the magazine.
Yeah, it was put on the magazine. Time magazine, one of the magazines, right? Right? Now, of course, from slavery up until today, the Most High always had his prophets. Nat Turner was teaching.
Yeah.
We think Nat Turner was doing? He was a student in the Bible. He was teaching out. He was teaching out in the slave houses, right? That we the Jews, that we the chosen. That's why he held a slave rebellion. Gabriel Prosser, right? Read about them, huh? Sam Shepard in Jamaica. They got a statue of him in Montego Bay. They got a statue of Sam Shepard with a Bible in his hand. Right? Toussaint Overture within Haiti. The only successful slave rebellion ever was when the Haitis conquered the French. It was around 1749, around that time. Toussaint Overture. They knew they were Israelites, huh? Okay? So Harriet Tubman, she knew. She had a Hebrew name. Okay, so we knew even during slavery. But the Most High had it where when these Jews in 1948 took our land, but they had our nationality all the way back when they came out the Khazar Mountains, right? The Caucasus Mountains. But you have these leaders are saying, you're not the real Jews, no way. And now you see all these Edomites coming out saying that they are Caucasian or from the Khazaria Empire. And they were driven down into Europe. And then, of course, under the 1948, the British mandate enabled them to go back into, but go into Israel and take over the land. But the Arabs that were there, those are Ottoman Turk babies. Edomites mixed with Arabs. So they don't belong there either. But they just mad at Esau, the so-called Jew, for taking over the land and putting them in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. That's what they're mad at, right? So this is on a high level, huh? So go ahead, I'll read that.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Oh, you want to
Right.
say I was at still?
No, that was good.
Okay.
Get this one in 2nd Ezra 5:23.
Book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 23. And said, O Yahweh that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine.
So you know when the Most High is speaking like that, what's he saying? Of every wood, Most High is really referring to the wood as the nation, every people of the earth. And of all the trees can be referred to as what? People, right? Remember it said Adam hid himself amongst the trees, and the trees envied him, right? And remember when Yahweh healed the blind man, and they asked the blind man, what do you see? And he said, I see people as trees. So what is the Most High referring to here? The people of the earth. He said he only chose only one vine. And the brother read that in Isaiah. Gone? Only one. So can't the Most High make a multitude of something but choose which one he want to as his chosen? Gone? Out of all the flowers in the field, which one is the highest flower that the Most High loves? The lily. Well, why? But the rose is beautiful, isn't it? You got other flowers that look beautiful, but he said, I love the lily. That's the one I love. Right? Out of all the birds that could have represented the wisdom that came down on Yahweh, which bird did the Most High choose? Why? How come he couldn't choose, a pigeon or something? I don't know. He could choose, right? A falcon or eagle. An eagle's terrible, man. An eagle, right? An eagle can lift up a little child, man. That's how strong they are. But the Most High chose a dove, right? He can choose what he want to choose. But people want to box the Most High in to where he got to love everybody and everything that he created. No, you don't have to. Out of all the animals the Most High created, what does he use the pig for? Garbage. The pig is garbage, huh? Even the animal represents garbage. The pig. But the Most High chose him for that. And is the pig in any kind of sacrifice or anything? No. Pig is like, it's really not even used with the Most High just to clean up the stuff.
Cast devils in it.
Yeah.
And then you kill it.
Yeah, and then they kill it. Right. That's how unclean it is. You cast unclean spirits in it and then kill it. So why does the Most High do that? Because he chose to, that's what he wanted to do. See? So go ahead, up.
Verse 24. And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
Yeah, one pit. How about all the lands? Now, the earth is big, right? I mean, you got all the lands in the earth. And the Most High gave all the nations their lands, their language, custom, culture, everything, right? But which land did the Most High choose as his? Mount Zion. He could have chose Africa, right? He could have chose other lands, right? But he didn't. Chose Mount Zion. That's where the Most High dwelled at, Mount Zion. That's why the scripture tell you about the burdensome stone. Jerusalem's going to be a burdensome stone. Right? Everything going to start off there, man. Wars, rumors of wars, blood, destruction, bloodshed, everything. And it's just going to go out throughout the whole earth from Mount Zion. And you see it is coming toward that now, right? From Mount Zion, what they call the Middle East. It's not really the Middle East, but it's what they call it. It is. But Zion is the middle and center of the earth. Israel is the center of the earth. So just like before the flood, the Most High had the earth as one. There were no islands and were no split up the land, the continents and all that. It was just one. Come? It was just one massive piece of earth. Then during the flood, the Most High did what? Separate. Right. Understand? So, but when it was all one giant earth, in the middle of that was what? Mount Zion. That was the middle. Come? That was, Mount Zion is like the Holy of Holies. It's the Holy of Holies of all the lands in the earth. Come? That's where the Most High dwell at. That's why we got to be right, because we're the children of the Most High. We have to be Holy of Holies too, in all the earth. When the nations come to you, they got to see a representative of the holiest of all, which is the Most High, in you. That's why Scripture says the Most High going to have the nations do what? Bow down to you. Literally. And we're not just talking about shaking their head or whatever. No, they're going to get on the ground. Because even when Moses came up to, in Mount Sinai, when Moses came up to the burning bush, what's the first thing Yahweh Shai said to him? Take off your shoes. Because the place you stand is what? Holy ground. Moses had to bow down, right? When Yahweh Shai came to Joshua, what's the first thing he told Joshua? He told Joshua, he said, look, man, I'm the captain of this host. So Joshua, this is what I want you to do. The land that you are on right now, because Yahweh Shai was standing before him, take off your shoes of your feet, because the ground you're standing on is holy. That's what he told them. So we got to understand that. So the nations are going to do the same thing with Israel. All right, have a seat, Doc. Tell them where you at again, Doc.
I'm at the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 24.
Yeah, go ahead. Come.
Actually, verse 25. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river. And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself.
So there you go. Zion is the Most High's chosen city. Zion unto the Most High's self. Okay? So he said, and when Yahweh Shai, the Most High showed Joseph a vision, he said, the child that your wife is carrying is holy. And he shall do what? Save his people from their sins. Not the whole earth, but his people from their sins, right? Okay. Now read the 26th verse.
Verse 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. And among all the multitudes of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people. And under this people, whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
How about that? So that gave the law. So out of everything, out of all the people of the earth, the Most High chose one people. So among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. That's it. So do the Most High need, 8 billion people on the earth? No, he don't need 8 billion people. The Most High can afford to take out a couple of billion if he wants. Come. And see, and the Most High, look, the scriptures say, Most High, he gave the earth into the hands of the Gentiles, right? Get Luke 21:24 real quick. But remember the mindset of the elite. Remember the Georgia Guidestones? What did Georgia Guidestones say?
Population of 500,000.
Yeah. Well, who put that in them like that? Well, we know Satan, but we know the Most High gave him that thought. Why? Because the Most High don't need a lot of people to run the earth. Come? He don't need a lot of people. One man the Most High chose to build the nation of Israel. Only Most High went to one man. He started with Abraham, didn't he? From one man, Most High had a relationship with just one man. Out of billions of people on the earth, the Most High can have a relationship with one man if he wants, right? And then from that one man, from Abraham, it went to Isaac. And then from Isaac, it went to Jacob. Come. And then for Jacob, had the 70 souls went into Egypt, right? And ultimately, of course, Joseph was already there. The Most High planned the whole thing. And then the Most High had it where the pharaohs of Egypt loved Joseph. Because Joseph was highly intelligent. Smart, highly. Joseph, to get in the position that he got into, because Joseph had a mind where he could interpret dreams. Come? And of course, Pharaoh had a dream of the famine that was coming. And he couldn't find no interpreters. They realized Pharaoh's priest and all that realized that Joseph was somebody that could interpret dreams. So they brought Joseph to Pharaoh. Joseph was able to interpret the dream that there was going to be, of course, a famine. Right? But as Joseph was to go up to meet Pharaoh, you got to read the history. It's incredible. First of all, Pharaoh was sitting on a throne. You know how long that throne was? It took about probably over 100 some odd steps just to get up to the throne of Pharaoh. You got to read the history. Also, another thing, Joseph had to learn all the languages of Egypt before he came into Pharaoh. You know how many languages it was? I think it was over 70. He had to learn all the languages just to even meet Pharaoh. How about that? He was highly intelligent. I think it was like 70. It was a lot of languages. They come. So he was highly intelligent, man. And he did it. You know, most I was with him, of course, right? We can barely learn one language. I barely know English. Not alone. You're talking about something else. Right?
Slaki. Did you get that out of Genesis 39?
No, that's in the histories.
Okay, I think
that wasn't directly come out of scripture. That's in the histories, though. And it said he had to learn the language of the Egyptians just to meet Pharaoh. Right? Just to meet him.
And if you go to Genesis 39, verse 3 down to 4, it explains a little bit that blessing that Joseph had that you're talking about.
Yeah. So, and then, of course, the Most High brought Jacob, the famine happened, and of course, the land of Canaan was under the famine, so Jacob had to get his whole family set to go, the 70 souls set to go into Egypt. That's when the 12 sons, Joseph was already there. They met Joseph. They didn't know Joseph was their brother when they seen him, okay, because he probably looked more like an Egyptian, or dressed up in Egyptian garments. They didn't recognize him. And they hadn't seen him for a long time, right?
Okay.
So, of course, eventually Joseph, having pity on his brothers, revealed himself to his brothers. And they were all happy and all that. And, of course, that's when the Pharaoh enabled Joseph to get in the land of Goshen, which was the better of all the land of Egypt. And from there, we grew up into a nation. So from one man and then coming out of Egypt was like over 1 million of us. 600,000 men plus women and children, right? So probably over about 1 million of us, right? Coming out of Egypt, so we grew into a nation. The Most High started with one man. So the Most High don't need a lot of people, like. And it is too many people on earth. Right? It is too many. So the Most High had it in their minds. And like you said, you read the Georgia Guidestones, it's just too many people. They eating up everything. They're useless eaters. That's how Esau say, right? The Illuminati, right? Useless eaters, just eat up everything. The Goyim, they call them the Goyim, right? Come.
Good.
So, and they're eating up everything. We got to kill them. But that's the Most High have it in their minds. Showing you the Most High is what? his prophecy is tied up into their what? Into their plans. So they're thinking, well, we're going to get rid of all these people. But the Most High said, I want you to do that anyway. Right? Because out of all the people he just read, the Most High only chose one. He don't need all those people in there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will.
Right. See? That's a good one, right? He turneth it wherever he will. That's you hold that one right quick, right? And then get this one. Isaiah 10 and 7.
The book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 7. Howbeit, he meaneth not so, neither doth his heart think so.
Yeah, see? His heart, and this is Esau, right? Even when you go up above, it's talking about the Assyrian. Remember, you always do what with the scriptures?
Bring it up to the day.
Always bring it up to date, right? So just like the Assyrian back then, and of course, America is the modern day Assyria, right? Modern day Babylon, modern day Assyria, modern day Rome, modern day Greece, modern day Egypt.
Come.
You can go on and on. Come. So, read from 5. Go to 5.
The book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger.
See, the rod of the Most High's anger. So the Most High is going to use, back then was Assyria, going to use now America and the military of America and the Illuminati and the Roman Catholic Church as a rod in his hand. To do what? Go out and kill and maim and destroy and bring destruction and bloodshed. See? But the Most High have it where they don't think that the Most High is using them that way. Come? They don't think so. They think it's their plan. Remember, Albert Pike had his plan for the 3 world wars, right? He had his plan for the 3 world wars. So they think it's Albert Pike's plan. They don't know it's the Most High's plan. Wrapped up in their plan. Right. Checkmate. Got you. You can't run. Go ahead, up.
The rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
This is my indignation. Didn't he say that? It's mine. So if a Palestinian hospital gets blown up to bits and everybody in it, that's the Most High's indignation. Come? And it's coming to America, so get ready. Y'all hear about the problem the banks had? People couldn't deposit their money. It's about Friday, yesterday, right? Bank of America, the big banks.
I had a problem logging into my account.
Logging in.
Day before. Yeah.
Not everybody, but there's a lot of problems. Okay? And the U.S. Treasury had to say something about it. You know, there's something with the computer system, all that crap. Same crap, right? But people, there's Bank of America who bank with Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, had all kinds of problems. They couldn't deposit their checks, or they couldn't cash checks. Problem with ATMs, all these different problems. System-wide. See? So it's coming, huh? They're coming across the border. You don't think Hamas is coming across that Mexican border? Yeah, they did. Best way to come in, right? You ain't got to come in, get no passport and come in through a plane, right? Just go to Mexico.
Shit, you're probably coming through Canada. They said
Canada too.
Sneaking through Canada.
They're sneaking through Canada. Come across the border. And they're here. Esau knew it too. That's why he opened the borders that way. It's all part of the plan. Just like the Israeli Mossad had the hang gliders of Hamas come in. And you mean to tell me when the Israeli defense system can hear a roach coming across the defense system, they couldn't catch no hang gliders come in? That's how sophisticated their defense system is. They said it. They said if a little rat or a mouse or a roach come across, they can detect it. How come they couldn't detect all these hang gliders coming in, swooping in? So it was a setup. Benjamin Netanyahu was in on it too. The Israeli defense was all in on it. They said, stand down. And now we're finding out the real reason why they did it. They're doing it for oil, gas, natural gas, oil, and the Israeli canal trade route. They're trying to get rid of all the Palestinians away from that area. It's all about money, you know. But the Most High got their minds thinking that way, right? That's Esau, ain't it? Esau wanted his red pottage, and then what he told Jacob, I want it now. And Jacob said, okay, just sell me your birthright. I'll fix whatever you want. Just give me your birthright. And out of being hasty, right, and greedy, he sold his birthright. That's why you got to use intelligence with Esau. Use his greediness against him, right? When you deal with him, use how greedy he is in his mind against him. That's Esau. That's him. Understand? Because you're the original supplanter. Right? Okay, go ahead up.
Verse number 6. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge, to take the spoil.
Yeah, see? So now, of course, we're up to date. Now the Most High, of course, is using Esau, using this the American military and the Israeli Mossad. Okay? And he's the one the Most High is using now. That's the Most High's rod. They're the Most High's rod in the Most High's hand. Right, Con?
Con.
Okay, go ahead.
To take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the street.
Right. And they're gonna be, and the nations are gonna be tread down to the mire of the streets. And they are. Come. They are treaded down. But the Most High is slowly having the nations now rise up against him now, right? Come. But you got to remember, they have their Masonic, Luciferian, satanic plan, right? Remember, they're running the show. In their mind, they think they're running the show. Come. But the Most High has his plans all wrapped up into their plans. And all they're doing is fulfilling prophecy. Okay, go ahead up.
Howbeit, he meaneth not so.
He don't mean to do it. You know, because in his mind, Esau think, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go against the Most High's plans. This ain't going to happen to me. Because they read the Bible too. They know the Bible, right? They know prophecy. Esau knows prophecy. He knows what's supposed to happen and what's going to happen. But in his mind, he's going to try to do what? Go contrary to it, right? So here come Albert Pike with his own 3 world wars. But you don't read 3 world wars in the Bible. Again, come. All we read is what? There's going to be wars and rumors of wars. And nations shall rise up against nation. The people against people, land against land, right? That's what we read. So the Most High's prophecies are tied up into their plans. So the Most High's prophecies still what? Come to pass anyway. He don't mean that, do it like that, right? Esau, he don't mean that. But that's what the Most High says is going to happen. Go ahead up.
Neither doth his heart think so.
Yeah. See, in his mind, oh, this ain't going to happen. I'm going to go against the Most High's plans. But the Most High bring his prophecies right to pass. Right? Go on.
But it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations.
And that is hard. Esau, they can't even help it. Can Esau go a week without killing somebody? Destroying? He can't even go a day. What's that, Micah 2 and 12?
Yeah.
It's in Micah 2 and 12. He can't go a day without doing it all.
They say they plot wickedness on their bed.
On their bed. That's how evil they are. I don't think our people know what kind of man this is. Esau is insane, huh? He's crazy, huh? Crazy. That's why we gotta come together as soon as possible. You're dealing with a madman here, huh? Okay, read that. Was that Micah 2 and 12?
Micah chapter 2,
2
verse
and 1.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed.
How about that, huh? Evil? Oh, let me relax. I need some sleep. Let me go to sleep right now. And can't even get to sleep without saying what he going to do to the next nation or next people or next land. Right? Can't even go to sleep. So they have their think tanks and their witch covens where they just, and we're talking about late at night. You can imagine what was happening on Halloween, right? What they were doing on Halloween. And they have their think tanks. Read about the Club of Rome, a think tank, right? The Knights Templars. Read about all these Masonic organizations, the Kiwanis Clubs, Eastern Stars. Sitting up there thinking about, and we're not talking about our people that are in there on a low level. We're talking about the elites of those clubs, those societies. Because they don't allow the low-level Jake that go into those Masonic organizations. They don't allow Jake to really get up on the high echelon of those, right? And if they do, they really sold out. And they talk about how they're gonna, what they're gonna do to Jake and what they're gonna do to the black man and everything in America. How they're gonna kidnap the little black children and sacrifice them to Satan. This is what they talk about. How they gonna kidnap the black woman and put her into slavery, sex slave trade and trafficking. This is what they talk about, huh? And this could be 3 o'clock in the morning while you dead sleep. Or how they gonna put crack in your neighborhood. See, putting crack in your neighborhood, that's one thing. But putting crack in your neighborhood so it'll take effect, that's another thing. How were they able to put crack in your neighborhood so it can take effect? They got to pray to Satan for that. That's what witch covens are about. They got to pray to Satan so it could actually take effect. How can they put AIDS in your neighborhood to allow the disease and all that to take effect? They got to go to Satan for that. Come? And so that goes with everything. Go ahead, up.
When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
See, don't they do that? They covet fields, meaning take everybody's land and take it by violence. So what is the Israeli Mossad doing right now in Palestine? Taking it by violence, Ak. Okay? And Esau is the government here is talking about giving them billions more dollars to do it. So of course they're in on it. And all the governments, Britain is in on it, French in on it, NATO's in on it. They're all in on it, huh? Go ahead, up.
And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
And there you go. Even your heritage is gone. Here the Palestinians are saying that they're Arabs, and they're saying that they are, their religion, of course, is Muslim. But that's not their heritage, right? Those are Ottoman Turks. Those are Edomites. They oppress a man in his heritage. Like you said, the leaders of Saudi Arabia are Ottoman Turk babies. The leaders of Iraq are Ottoman Turk babies. Even the leaders of Iran, Ottoman Turk babies. You ever see a real Arab? They're darker than some of us, huh? Huh? So they're darker than us, huh? You might see some of them in Kuwait, though. You might see some of them in Kuwait. But they're dark. So what are you talking about? They oppress a man in his whole heritage. And you know, of course, they took our heritage. Okay, so go ahead. Go back. Where were we?
Isaiah chapter 10, verse
Was that it?
7.
Okay, read 11. See what that says.
10, 11.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 11. Shall I not, as I have done unto Samaria and her idols, so do to Jerusalem and her idols?
Right. So the Most High is going to destroy idol worship. And the Most High was saying what he was going to do to Jerusalem back then because we were worshiping idols, right? So now he's going to do the same thing to the nations of the earth today because they still worship the same idols. Right, Con? So now, when you go back to Revelation, again, we were saying the sealed book. Okay? Just go and read the one in, again, Revelation 5 and 5. One more time.
You was wanted that Luke. You don't want that? You don't want that Luke. You was wanted?
21, 24. Yeah, Con, go ahead, read that. That's right, I did want that.
Okay. Book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, see? So we were going to be trodden down. This was a prophecy that Yahushua prophesied back then, right? That we were going to be trodden down and destroyed. Jerusalem shall be destroyed until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So they got a fulfillment. Right? And it's not just going to be, as you hear everybody saying now, World War III is going to be the end of the world. No, it's not just going to be like that. The fulfillment is when the Most High says it's going to be, according to the scriptures. But they do have a time that they're going to rule, and then the Most High going to take them out of the way. Right, Con? So they got a fulfillment, and they know that they're heading toward the end of their time. Okay, so we're at the beginning of their end now. So this is why now, this is a time now where the Most High is waking up the true Israelites and waking us up. That you know how much power we have if we come together as a nation? Power. So much power. But Satan is working over duty trying to keep this nation divided up in the world. And what does Satan use? Your pride and your ego, your envy and your hatred towards your brother. That's what he uses, huh? Understand? And we got to realize if we put that aside and come together, no stopping. But that's the main thing Satan uses. Your pride and envy. Okay? So that was it on that. Go back to Revelation 5 and 5.
The book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Okay, read one more time, a little bit louder.
The book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 5. And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Right. So again, only Yahushua can loose the 7 seals. And remember, each seal is a book that is closed up. And only Yahushua has the key to open it. Okay? So we're not at the 7 seals yet. Even though there's a lot of things going on, death and destruction, bloodshed and all that, we didn't come to that time yet. Okay? We didn't come to the tribulation. We're not at the tribulation period yet. Even though there's a lot of tribulation in the earth, but we're not there yet. So if there's tribulation in the earth now, imagine what's going to come. It's going to be hell, right? Okay? So, and just read the first seal one more time. 6 and 1.
Book of Genesis, chapter 6.
Yeah, Revelation.
Revelation, chapter 6, verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts say, Come and see.
See? So when the Lamb, Yahushua, opened the seal, the first seal, the angel was talking to John, said, John, look at this. Come and see this. See? And that first seal, of course, as you read, is the coming of the beast, the Antichrist. So that didn't happen yet. Okay, Con?
Good.
So, and then you read about the second seal, which is the red horse. Then you read, as you're going down, Revelation 6, about the black horse, the third seal. Then the fourth seal, the pale horse. All these seals got to be open. Okay? Then the fifth seal. Okay? The sixth seal. Right? All these seals got to be opened up. Before what? Before the end. None of that happens yet. Come? So, again, I'm going to read this one more time. Right? This is a diagram of how, you get a picture in your mind of the seven seals, right? And I had a picture of a book. Each seal is like a book, right? That has to be opened up. That's locked up, and nobody can open it except for Yahushua. Come? So again, it says the seals can only be opened up by the Mashiach Yahushua, for he is the one who has prevailed to loose the seven seals. The only one, no one else. The book contains the contents of that which is sealed. Again, you got a book, and you got the content in the book. So what is the content? Only Yahushua can open the book, has the key to open it up, and to release what the contents are. Gun? All right? And then it says the seals which will run concurrently, meaning one right after another, but before the one ends, the next seal shall begin. And before that seal ends, the next one shall begin. Before that seal ends, the next one shall begin. So there's like a what? Concurrent run. Do you know how much destruction that's going to be in this earth? You're not going to have, there's no time to rest, right? One destruction, death, bloodshed, destruction after another. Right behind one another. Come? And then it says, the seals will run concurrently, not separately, but in conjunction. Say conjunction with one another. The seventh seal includes everything that is going to happen during the sounding of the seven trumpets and the pouring out of the seven vials. Which means the seven seals, seven trumpets, and seven vials are really all, I don't want to say one and the same, but they're all going to run concurrent. Come? The seven seals, the seven trumpets is going to be part of the seven seals, right? The opening of the seven seals. The seven vials is going to be part of the opening of the seven seals. Come? The Most Yahushua is giving it to us in a revelation as trumpets being opened or as vials being opened. Come? But they're all going to be in conjunction with one another. That's heavy, isn't it? And imagine you being John, sitting there looking at this. You're going to be like, oh, man, what the heck? That's why it says John was on the island of Patmos. The Most High had to isolate him just to give him all this. You think you can go out there now and see what John's seeing and walk around normal? Walk around normal. You're not going to be able to walk around normal. It's too heavy. It's too much. John was seeing things like a beast come out of this water, heaven. What is this? He was like, what? And the Most High actually showed him, So, of course, he had to isolate him because John wouldn't be able to handle walking around amongst regular folk. So John was isolated on the island of Patmos in around 96 A.D. Island of Patmos is off the coast of Greece. It was almost like a prison farm. It was like a prison, but it was like a small group of islands off the coast of Greece. And they put him there in isolation. The Romans put him there in isolation.
Salt mine, wasn't it? Wasn't it a salt mine?
Yeah, more like a salt mine, but they put prisoners there too.
Yeah. Slavery.
Slavery, yeah. Come. And so that was the best. Isn't it best time How many of y'all been to prison? Not everybody been to prison, I know. Some brothers have. They say that's the best time for them to do what?
Read, study.
Read and study, huh? Isolation, right? Can't do it when you're out in the world running around, you know what I'm saying, working for Esau, chasing, trying to get cars and houses and money and all that. You ain't got time. You ain't going to study too much, are you? Right? But when you're in prison, that's all you got is time. Sometimes the Mosai need to put a man where?
Wait.
Mosai said, Yahushua, lock that nigga up. Give that nigga some time. And sometimes that's to save your life, huh?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's true.
To save your life. Or put him in the hospital for a couple of months. Sometimes you laid up with, something happening to you, right? But the Most High don't kill you. You got a couple of months. Next thing you know, you're asking your mother, Mom, bring me a Bible so I can start reading. There you go. Right? Start reading the Bible. That's all the Most High wanted. Just to get you going. Right?
I got a question.
Yeah.
That seal that's going to be opened up, will that tie into Jeremiah 30?
30 and 7. Yeah, you can read that. Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, and for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right. So, Jacob's trouble will start when the seals are broken.
Right.
The seals are broken, which would begin the tribulation period. The tribulation period will be a 7-year long run. You got the first 3.5 years, and then you have the great tribulation period in Matthew 24, which is the last 3.5 years, which is the end of the tribulation. Mark the end of the tribulation period. Okay? So when you read Revelation 24, and so you can understand Matthew 24 is, listen to this now, Matthew 24 is what? The tribulation period. Now a lot of you say, well, that happened back then. Now you got to read Matthew 24 again. Okay? So just read Matthew.
No, nor ever shall be.
How about the great tribulation? The great tribulation is going to be the last half of the 7-year tribulation period. Come. And why is there going to be such a great tribulation? Because what does Revelation, 10, 11? When it says Satan cometh down, but a short time? Or is 11 and... Eleven. Let's see. Says, you knoweth he hath but a short time, right?
Okay.
Look that up right quick, Doc.
Somebody look that up.
12. Is it 12? Yeah, read 12. 12 and 12.
12 and 12.
Yeah, read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Now, y'all really read that? You really understand that? Now, when you read it, and you read it carefully this time, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe is what? Destruction. Okay? Woe unto the heavens of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come where?
Down.
Down. Down where?
Unto you.
In the earth. So is Satan? Does Satan get beat down into the earth yet? No. It's going to happen. Because the churches say Satan was kicked out of heaven. Satan wasn't kicked out of heaven yet. Not fully. Not yet. See? Not yet. Okay.
So, Salaki.
And go up to the 10th verse. But go ahead, you got a question. Huh?
Oh, I was just going back to Matthew chapter 24, verse 1 and 2. Is that speaking about the body of Yahushua during Jacob's trouble?
Yeah,
because we are the temple, right? The body is a temple, so that's part of the destruction.
Well, we're going to go to it in a minute. I just want to show you this. Go up to the 10th verse, 12 and 10, Revelation.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Where is he?
Cast down.
Where is Satan going to come?
Cast down.
He's going to be cast down. But it didn't happen just yet, but it will happen. Come. He is cast down. Come. Okay, go ahead up.
Which accused them before our God day and night.
Right, see? So, which means what? It's Satan, the spiritual Satan now. It's going to be cast and kicked out of the heavens. That's why it says Michael and the archangels are going to do what? They're going to fight. They're going to fight, right? Read the 7th verse.
Verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
Where?
War in heaven.
Wait a minute. Is Yahushua and the angels getting prepared for war? Yes. We're the only ones not prepared. Even the angels are prepared. But we here on the earth, and we're the Most High children, we're not even prepared yet. Are you prepared for a war? No. No, we're not. Right? Even the angels are more prepared, right? Go ahead up.
Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
What is Michael and angels going to do? They're going to fight Satan, Knock. And they're going to fight Satan and his demonic forces in the heavens, in the spiritual world. Come. Right? This is literally going to happen, huh? But you know, ultimately, whatever happens in the spiritual world, it's going to happen where? It's going to come down here. It's going to come in down here. So get ready. Go ahead up.
And the dragon fought, and his angels.
Does Satan got angels too? Yes. Demonic angels. Come. It's going to be a battle, huh? It's going to be a battle. Okay, go ahead.
And prevailed not.
And how about that? Is Satan going to prevail? No. This didn't happen yet. The church used to teach that Satan was already kicked out of heaven. No, he wasn't. He wasn't fully kicked out of the spiritual world. He was kicked out of certain stages of heaven, yes. Once Yahushua up there with the Most High and the right hand of the Most High, then Satan had to come down a level. Because they too can't be up there on the same throne, right? They too can't be up there, right? So Satan had to come down a notch. But still, in what? The spiritual realm. Come?
You get to see the jealousy.
Right. There's still levels, spiritual levels in the spiritual world. Come? Aren't there spiritual levels in the physical world, certain levels? Not everybody can be a king, right? Right? So there's spiritual levels up there too, huh? But he's still in the spiritual world. Okay, go ahead, huh?
And fought against the dragon. No, slugging. And prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven.
How about that, huh? Satan's place will no more be found in the spiritual world, huh? Forever. That means he's losing power. And they know they're losing power. As you can see Esau coming down, what do you think is going to happen to Satan? He's coming down too. But so you can understand, all this is going to happen during the tribulation period. So it didn't happen yet. So whenever you hear Christians say Satan was kicked out of heaven, no, it wasn't. Not yet. Okay? So that's coming. So his place is no more going to be found in heaven. So if your place is no more found in heaven, where else can Satan go? That's right, in the earth. There's no other place for him to go. He has to come down in the earth. And it's going to be hell. Because he knows he has but a short time. Okay, going up.
And the great dragon was cast out.
Where was he?
Cast out.
Cast out. Meaning Satan gone.
That old serpent.
So now the Most High is going to give you all these different category of names. Because Most High wants you to know who exactly he's talking about. Come on. Go on.
Called the devil.
Yeah, the dragon. He's called the dragon. Serpent called the devil. Go ahead.
And Satan.
And Satan. So four times the Most High to give you an idea who he's talking about. Come on. So there's no mistake, is it? You're going to be kicked out of the spiritual world. Going up.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
Didn't that happen? He has some of y'all thinking about Santa Claus. Right? Old Saint Nick. Right? Some of you thinking about Easter, right? Bunnies laying eggs. Deceived the whole world, huh? Some of you thought Esau was, when out in the world, that he was the chosen. Deceived the whole world, huh? Right? So on and so forth. Going up.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven.
So he was cast out where? Into the earth. There's no other place for him to go. So how is Satan going to get into the earth? He's got to come into a body. He needs a body to do that. Well, whose body is he going to take? Yeah, who said that? Yeah. He's got to take on the body of the Antichrist. Yeah, his spirit is in, the people of the world, right, who are out there in the world in wickedness. But we're talking about the Satan. What body is he going to take? It's going to be the body of the Antichrist. Here it comes. In Revelation 13, tell you that. Because it tells you what? The Antichrist is going to be killed with a sword. Who's going to kill the Antichrist? The Antichrist is going to be killed. Some shape, form, or fashion, whoever the Antichrist is going to be killed. And you know how he's going to, what's going to happen? By his death, the Antichrist's death, they're going to imitate what? The resurrection of Yahushua. That's how they're going to deceive the world. And who's going to come in that body of his dead body? The devil himself. Serpent, Satan, will come into that body. Gone? That's right. Revelation 13. Let's jump across the page, y'all. Okay. Yeah, it said 13 and 2. 13 and 3.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
So his deadly wound, one of the heads, meaning the Antichrist. And his deadly wound was healed. That's not talking about putting a Band-Aid on top of a wound. Understand? It's not talking about that. It's talking about he's going to be put to death, and his deadly wound going to appear to be what? Yeah, like he's healed. Like where he was dead, now he's alive. Gone. How are you going to deceive the masses of the people unless you have some kind of so-called miracle? That's where you go into 2 Thessalonians, right? 2nd chapter, where it says all those that believe not in the truth are damned because they didn't have the love of the truth in them. And this Satan is going to deceive them on a high level. It's coming on a high level. See? It's going to reach a climax to a high level, man. That's why you got to be ready for it. Going up.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
So how's he going to get all the world to wonder after the beast? Some kind of great miracle has to happen. And they're showing you in their movies. You ever seen the Mummy? They're going to have power. They're going to have power on the left-hand side to raise people from the dead and use animals, use the wind and all. They're going to have power, huh? Come? They're going to have power. On that level, they're going to have power. Okay, go ahead, up.
And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
See, they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. So the dragon is Satan. The beast is the Antichrist. Okay, go on.
And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
This is what the people of the earth going to do, huh? They're going to worship the Antichrist, and they're going to bow down to him. So this is why in these last days, they're trying to wipe out. They're going to wipe out. I mean, we ain't going into it too much, but they're going to wipe out all the religions. The Roman Catholic Church, they're not going to need that. Understand? They're going to wipe out all of that and just bring in the Luciferian doctrine and their satanic world. And they're going to have one so-called global New World Order leader, which is going to be the Antichrist.
Salaki.
Yeah.
That's another way we know we ain't in the second covenant. Because you still got an option to worship many different gods.
Right.
It's either you're going to worship Satan himself,
right,
or the Most High.
Or the Most High. That's coming down to that.
That's what it's about. So when you can see people worshiping different gods and doing, different religions.
We ain't at that point yet.
We ain't there yet.
We ain't there yet. Right, exactly. Why do you think, you ever read about Nebuchadnezzar and how he made a statue of himself? And he gave people only two options. Either you worship me and my statue, or you be put to death. Right? It's coming down to that. You always bring it up to date. America's what? Babylon the Great. And they're going to use what? The Antichrist to build a statue just like Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was a type of Antichrist in his day, right? He's a type of Antichrist in his day. That's like Antiochus Epiphanes. It's like Herod. Oh, there's many Antichrists. Okay? There's many Antichrists. All right? Just like the Caesars. Nimrod was one of the first, right? So just like Nebuchadnezzar built that statue, the Antichrist is going to do the same thing. You read it in Revelation 13. He's going to build a statue of himself. And it even said they're going to have it where it's going to speak. Right? The image shall speak. Right? And you got to worship the image, and they're going to put a mark in your forehead or your right hand, right? And if you don't bow down to it or accept the mark, you won't be able to buy and sell. That's coming, isn't it? There's almost a run on the banks now. The banks are about to go into the digital money. All those problems with the banks yesterday. Which means what? That's Esau doing what? Experimenting, seeing how he gonna go forward with this. That's all it means. But he is going forward with it. And people are gonna lose their savings. All these rich Negroes that thought they had it made in the shade. No more money in the bank. Money gone. See?
All your hidden drug money.
All the hidden drug money, all that. Oh yeah, cash.
Yeah.
So all these drug dealers with all this cash, all the place gone. Gone. Because you can't bring cash or money, and you're not going to be accepted. So what are you going to do with your money now?
Burn it.
I'm going to be happy though when that day come out. I'm going to be happy. Yeah. I'm going to be happy. Yeah. And because all our people with their, their envy and their high-mindedness, right? Their self-centeredness, and they think they're middle-class Negroes and millionaires. It ain't going to be nothing. It's gone. Yeah. So we got to get prepared for that. So go ahead. Read. We're almost finished. We read the 4th verse, and they worship.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 4. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Right. He's going to have such power. Who is like unto him? Who's able to make war with him? That's how much power he's going to have. Okay. Go ahead up.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
Now you notice that now? 40 and 2 months. How long is the period 40 and 2 months?
3.5 years.
3.5 years. Now, notice how it said to continue. So what period are we in? And the brother read it in Matthew 24. Read that again, Fire. Matthew 24, what was it?
Jacob's trouble.
21. No, Matthew 24, 21. Matthew.
Oh, Salakia.
Power to continue 40 and 2 months is 3.5 years. But at this stage, we're at the last half of the 3.5 of the 7-year tribulation period.
Con.
Because it said what power to continue.
Right.
That means Satan is already where? In the body of the Antichrist. Huh? He's already in the body of the Antichrist. He's already now kicked out of the heavens into the earth.
Con.
Understand? Because it said he was given power to continue. So now comes, now read Matthew 24, 21, then go back to Jeremiah 30 and 7.
Matthew 24, 21. And for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
How about that, huh? Now, you're going to go back to Jeremiah 30 and 7, but read Gemara again, Revelation 12 and 12.
Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
He's mad, huh? He just got kicked out of heaven. Right? And he has, remember, you have more power in the spiritual world when you come down here to earth. What kind of power you have? I mean, it's limited, right? So now he's kicked into the earth, which makes him weak. Now he's mad as hell. Go ahead, let's finish it.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
So he knows that but a short time, meaning what? An extra 3.5 years. That's all he has left. So that's why it says the great tribulation period now. You didn't went through tribulation period the first 3.5 years, but now it's going to increase in scale. Damn. We don't know. Our people don't know the Most High. We don't know what's coming out. It says there's going to be so much death and destruction and bloodshed. It's going to be up to the horse's brow. How tall do horses stand?
Taller than us.
Feet.
Yeah, over that.
Taller than us.
Yeah.
About 6 feet.
But we're talking about a flow of blood that high. A flow of blood that high. So we don't know. And that's a lot of people you got to kill to have a flow of blood that high. Huh? See? And we pussyfooting around in America. You know what I'm saying? Want to celebrate Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving that's coming up and Black Friday. Understand?
New Year's and
And
winter.
New Year's. Yeah. And the death. We don't know what kind of death is that they suffered over in Palestine, right? You ever hear bombs, 100 feet away from your house? You never heard that. You don't know what that's like. Or people dropping dead next to you and you got to keep walking. You don't know what that's like, do you? You know what that's like, huh? We ain't ready for that. But you better get ready.
Yeah.
Ready or not, here it comes.
There it comes. Yeah. You ever hear gunfire? I mean, we had, in the ghettos and slums, you had gunfire every now and then. Like the Jake in Brooklyn shot up the man in his apartment. That was Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. See how people over all that noise. Okay, it's a lot of noise, but you ain't gonna shoot a man to death.
Fed up.
Yeah, he's fed up, right? But now look at him. He's dead too. Was it worth it?
No,
Just get some money or whatever and move out of there. Something, you know. But see, but if he had came a different way to the brother, right? You know, a soft answer turneth away wrath. If he had came a different way, made the brother say, okay, man, I understand. Right? I get some carpet or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't come that way. He killed the man and his son. Why shoot his son? That's unbelievable. And why, after you shoot him, go up to him and shoot him some more? I mean, what was all that about? Huh? That's the Most High. We know it's the Most High, but still. The Most High, the love of many shall what?
Wax cold.
Wax cold. It's gone. A man's enemy shall be them of what?
His own household.
Joe Smith, you can't understand why his wife just, you know. She said, you knew I was in the porn suite before I met you. And now she's all over the internet with all kinds of stuff, right? But he said, you didn't consult me. She feels she didn't have to consult him. See, there you go. The love of many shit. And that's how the black woman is, right? They feel that way. They disrespect the black man like it's nothing. The love of many shall wax cold. And you got some of these black men that kill their whole families because of these black women, right? And so on and so forth. But this is what the Most High is bringing up. He said it. Right?
Next to that, I have written 2 Ezra 16 and 70.
Uh-huh.
It reads, for they shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh.
Wow.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Wow.
Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Right.
And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Right.
Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. But I will deliver you from the same. But be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh thy power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field is covered over with bushes, and the path thereof covered with thorns, that no man may travel through. It is left undressed, and it cast into the fire to be consumed therewith.
Right. So how about that, the resurrection, the death and destruction of them that are the Most High's chosen. How about that, And they'll cast you out of your houses, everything, You think you're safe now? You want to live in white neighborhood now? Come back to the ghetto, man. You're safe. You got even Edomites that want to come into the ghetto now. They're running from these hurricanes and tornadoes. Come back to the ghetto, Yeah. So now, Tyler Pine, real quick, read that Jeremiah 30 and 7 again.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Right. So we're talking about the last 3.5 years, which is 40 and 2 months. The last 3.5 years is also Gemara, real quick, Revelation 12 and 6.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days.
How long is that? 3.5 years. Yahweh Shai going to deliver us out of America and bring us where? Into the wilderness. Where there's a place prepared for us. Okay? A safe place, away from the face of the serpent. Come? But this also fits with what story? When Joseph and Mary had to do what with Yahweh Shai? Fled into Egypt. How long were they in Egypt? 3.5 years. Until Herod died. How you, was, oh, you know, 3.5 years. Well, it just says 1,203 days. That's it right there. Come, that's how long Joseph and Mary was in Egypt with Yahushua till Herod died. So bring it up to date, right? We're in second Egypt, right? Yahushua is going to come and have the angels deliver us out of second Egypt and bring us back into the wilderness for a 3.5 year period. Okay? There's a place prepared for us. All right?
If you don't mind, can I read Jeremiah 30:11?
Come.
For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, where I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished.
Right, right. He's going to correct us. And when's he going to correct us in measure? In the wilderness. Okay? He's going to purge out the rebels and correct us to bring the commandment back, the covenant. He's going to reestablish the covenant and everything and correct us in measure. So I will not leave you all altogether unpunished. Okay? So he chastised who he loved, right? His chosen. So he's gonna chastise us in the wilderness, huh? And we're gonna see which ones who are gonna accept the covenant and which ones who are not. Okay, Con? So that's about it. That's about it right there, Akim. All right. So all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua. You know, I always have a lot more, but I don't want to go too far.
You always do a part 2.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gamaliel.
This is the Hebrew Chosen Elect Sabbath class out of Newcastle, Delaware. We congregate at the Rose Hill Community Center, 19 Lamson Lane, room 110B, Newcastle, Delaware. So if you're in the area, we'd love to have you come out to fellowship. We also are still accepting donations for cash or coats for our coat drive coming up in December. And if it's in your heart to support that, you can send your donations, cash donations to the Cash App, money sign BDANIE01, right? That's it. And also, if it's in your heart to give any alms and help support the school, we do pay rent for the classroom and things like that. And if you'd like to support that with alms, you can send cash donations to Cash App as well. Money sign Hebrew Chosen Elect. And I think that's it. Am I missing anything? Okay, so to those online, we'd like to say Shabbat Shalom, Kwam Yashala. And that'd be it.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.